Hey, Gemini, intuitive soul coach here with your bonus reading for December 2023. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Gemini, this is going to be a very exciting bonus reading as we're diving into the Yule Oracle, Seasons of the Witch. So it does correspond with the month of December here in the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah, you're ringing the bells. Interesting. I am getting that some of you, you're closing out a chapter. Of course, December is the end of the year, so we're closing out a whole heck of a lot. But at the bottom of the deck here, what you don't see coming is something is coming full circle, right? You have the wreath here. They're in the circle of life tends to breed death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. You're going through a transformation at this time, a big transformation at that. So you could be leaving a job, a relationship. There could be some health situations that you are working through. Look at this, Father Christmas showing up. There's some ceremonial energy, chills. You have the Yule log. Okay, so there is a situation that's still a little bit chilly, or you're thinking of, right? When you think of stepping outside on a cold, wintry night, there's something that is chilling you. For some of you, it feels like it's bone chilling. Okay. For others of you, it's a remnant of something that's happened in the past. Upon my flesh, within thy bones, quivers a crawling frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. So you're being asked here a very important question. Should you ignore the chill, or should you bestow it? Now, for some of you, if you haven't done the healing, it's important for you not to ignore it. But if you have done some sort of deep soul healing, some sort of deep transformative shift in your life, this could be pangs of nostalgia. It could be pangs of memories of who you once were, or the good times. Be sure not to let yourself romanticize a situation or just focus on perhaps all of the excellent things that have occurred. I mean, it's good to focus on the good, of course, but I'm also getting for you, Gemini, it's important to remember the why. Remember why something had occurred, why you wanted to leave that situation in the first place. Because sometimes when we have those pangs of nostalgia or we get the chills, I feel like we can go back and we can say, well, things weren't really that bad. Maybe I could go back and redo it, right? Or things weren't as bad as maybe I made them out to be. But that could be the ego or the loneliness or the nostalgia creeping in. Now, for those of you that maybe you haven't quite done as much healing as you would like in a specific area of your life, then you may want to take a look and see, what are these triggers? What is calling your name at this time? What memories are creeping in for you to take a look at? Because you want to complete this cycle. And that's what we have at the bottom of the deck. I just said the death, the bottom of the death instead of deck. So definitely a death of a situation or an ending. Now, some of you, the chills could be because you've lost someone, right? You've lost someone in your life, maybe due to physical death, emotional death. And sometimes you get those chills and there's that sense of wanting comfort, wanting longing. But I feel like you have this embrace. You have this warm embrace here showing up. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. But you also have Father Christmas. And it says, how did thy get here? Lost perhaps? No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in you, dear. Yeah, because there is a situation that is causing you to be a little bit chilly, right? With that frost. And Father Christmas is coming in saying, You're not lost. You're exactly where you are supposed to be, Gemini. So try not to let those worries, those anxieties, or those fears creep in. I feel like a lot of you, wherever you are at on your journey, you've gone through some spiritual transformations. I mean, we all are having a spiritual journey, of course, but there has been something that you've had to go through in order for you to be reborn, in a sense. There's, excuse me, there's some sort of transition that you may have been resisting in the past or you were hanging on to. And I feel like there's a shift happening where you're finally coming full circle. There's an acceptance, excuse me. And as I say this, my throat chakra is activated here. So there could be some words maybe that were left unsaid. Maybe there's some sort of closure being gained here. Clear the frost, for the good still lives in you. Okay, whatever this is, it's a clearing energy coming in. And that may be something you're working on this month as well, is clearing the frost, because some of those things still give you the chills, right? They still give you chills, whether good or bad. It's up to you. But Father Christmas is saying here, you're not lost. Now, what do we have in the middle? Here's some sort of ceremony. Beautiful. There is a ceremonial energy, and it's interesting to note that she's not clothed, but she's covered up. And it says, I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for a better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips. A spell I'll cast for thy spirits in me. So there's some sort of magician energy that's taking place here. There's some sort of manifestation that is happening, that is occurring within you. It's a soul manifestation. It means that something that the ego may have been resisting has come full circle. And you're still trying to wrap yourself around maybe this concept. There is a bearing, like bearing of the soul, as you can see here on this card. I don't want to hold it up too many times and get banned off of YouTube here. Now you have Yule log. Insert me with the bleeding thought, a sacred creation birthed from thy. I am God, I am goddess, I am creation, I am the creator. Beautiful. Yeah, you are all encompassing the divine love and divine light. The Yule log here is something that you're celebrating. Okay, that you are a sacred creation and you're remembering who you are, Gemini. There is a remembrance happening here. Because some of you, you may have lost yourself through some sort of a process of death, process of loss. I'm getting here a process of elimination. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Maybe something had to get stripped from you with the ceremony. It's like you were stripped away and maybe you felt like you were just left standing. And there was some sort of elimination that took place. And with the Yule log coming in, you're realizing that you are your own god or goddess. You're realizing that you are the emperor or the empress. You're realizing that you are the creator of your reality. But your ego needed to kind of let something go in an ego death type of way. Because there was resistance. There was an attachment. But when our soul knows, we're able to detach from situations that are no longer serving us, and we can come full circle. I'm also hearing, Gemini, that you've gained some wisdom. You've gained a lot of wisdom, excuse me, some downloads that you will now be using moving forward into the new year. I'm so sorry, my throat. I also feel it's important for you to speak up. And as I say that, look at the throat chakra completely clearing up here. So there's something it's important for you to speak up, say, voice who you are. This is about you being authentic in your own skin, hence the ceremony. There could be something that you are telling the world, putting yourself out there, but it's important for you to honor yourself first. This is important for you to tell this to you first. instead of looking for external validation or external approval, or just, instead of you putting it out there for others to recognize or acknowledge, it's important that you do it first for you. So you may be keeping something on the lowdown. You may not be sharing in some sort of idea or what's happening in your personal life or whatever it may be. But you will have a victorious celebration here soon enough that you'll be able to share with the world. I love this. And then you also have ringing the bells. Ring thy bell to cast them out. Ring thy bell and dance about. Swirl the sounds and miss the winds. Nowhere to hide, for all will ring. I think it was Aries that received this same card as well. And if you take note, that reindeer, he has these bells around his neck, which is throat chakra. So there's something here that's sitting almost like it could be sitting in that creative energy. It's like it's festering. You're ready for it to come about. You're ready for this change. And it's bigger than you could have imagined. Okay, because look at those big bells, right? They're hanging there off his neck and they're pretty big. Hopefully YouTube doesn't twist my words there. But I do feel for a lot of you, there is something that's bigger and brighter ahead, something that you're creating with that creation energy. There is something here that you may not even realize that it's going to be something quite loud as well. When you ring these bells, it's not just a small little, ding or ringing. It's something quite big, quite large. And so I feel like this is maybe an idea that you have. It could be you blossoming. I mean, look at that. Those antlers are very tall as well. So I feel like you are embracing your power. There's something here that you are taking a stance on, and it could be around the new year. Ringing in the bells here, ringing the bells. I'm getting ringing in the new year, which is the same message that came up for Aries. Some of you may be embracing Aries and the North Node, really taking a stance for who you are. But something isn't meant to be hidden. It may be for just a little bit longer while you reclaim it within yourself, while you embrace it within yourself. But then it's meant to kind of cast out and dance about, swirl amidst the winds, right? Nowhere to hide. Because some of you, you may have been hiding from these chills in a way, or you may have been numbing out, okay? Or you may have been trying to avoid the chills. But I feel like because this is coming full circle here for you, there is going to be a celebratory dance. I love this. Gemini, this is really beautiful energy. Even though I do sense that there's been something in the past that maybe has casted some shadows. I mean, remember this wreath here, there in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other. Yeah, life and death are unanimous, right? They go together. They're on this victory wreath here. Without life, there is no death. Without death, there is no life. And below it, you have feasting. And this is more of what's to come in 2024. Let us feast upon the nourishing and be thankful for thy feast, nor here or there, yet everywhere it be. So it's like you're embracing and you're encompassing everything that you have endured. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the joys, the successes, the failures, the setbacks. But there's going to be a great feast here upon you. And I feel like you're going to have your picking. Let's clarify some of this energy. This is really quite beautiful, Gemini. Father Christmas, right? You're not lost. Let's take a look at the good that still lives in you. Why do we have Father Christmas saying that there's some sort of, maybe you feel bad about a situation. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. What is this frozen knowing? What keeps kind of creeping in that Father Christmas is saying here? Gather yourself and clear it. Clear this energy. Let's take a look and see what this is here for you. Wow. Look at that. You have the Judgment. Major Arcana Judgment. This is changing your life for the better. This is about your purpose, your calling. This is a compassionate, forgiving review of the past. Because there's something that has happened here for you in the past. And I say that because it's happened for you. Not to you. for your growth, for your soul, for your evolution. This is a gift. It's a blessing. Search for the silver lining. This is about you blossoming and coming out of your, your shell. And the only way for you to kind of embrace this ceremony here is for you to let it all out, bare your soul to the world. There is something here with you starting again or having this second chance at life, second chance at, love, second chance in any area where you've gone through a lot of change. This is about healing the wounds of the past. It's about releasing judgments bestowed upon ourselves or others. It is about embracing change and going towards the soul's calling, right? Remember what we said in the beginning about the ego resisting change. This is the soul embracing a new beginning. And what comes right after the judgment? The world, which we see here unexpectedly at the bottom of the deck. We see that wreath, which to me represents that world, things coming full circle, some sort of victory, ceremony, which you also see here. What else do we need to know about this judgment? This judgment is a major awakening. So some of you, a Kundalini awakening. Beautiful. Look at that. Sacral chakra. That was showing up for a lot of, I think, November or maybe December readings. Yeah, maybe it was in the December monthlies. A lot of sacral activations. Kundalini. The sacral chakra is located about 2 inches below your navel. It can be sexual energy. It can be sensual, pleasure, joy for life. It can be our seat of our creativity, our relationships as well. So a lot of things happening here for you. And if you're not familiar with Kundalini energy or Kundalini awakening, you may want to look into that because that could be a big key theme for you, Gemini, in 2024. Let's take a look at this ceremony. Okay. Let's take a look at the ceremony. I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for better sight. Look at this balance energy, card 14, Temperance. A sense of patience, a sense of tempering your emotions as well. This can be the card of compromise. It can be about balancing out some sort of extremes in relationships, extremes in emotions, extremes in our eating habits, our beliefs. It's being able to find that balance in life. We're constantly struggling to find balance, but because this is showing up underneath the ceremony, this is big, Gemini. There's something that you are tempering and you're coming into more balance with. I love this. All right, let's take a look at the Yule log and the ringing in the bells. What sort of creation, what is manifesting for you around the new year? Let's take a look. And I will be putting out yearly readings towards the end of December, beginning of January. Okay, this is what you're putting an end to. Challenging times. 5 of Wands. There is something here with the Yule log, because this is clarifying. Insert me with a bleeding thought. So any bleeding thoughts, any challenging times that you've faced in 2023 or prior, that's what you are letting go of. You're going to dance them out, right? Some of you literally could be dancing. You could be moving the body. Ring thy bell to cast them out. Yeah, ring thy bell to cast them out. Some of you may even be doing a little bit of cleansing or clearing energy with bells, with singing bowls. Okay, if so, that would be very beneficial. That can help you release some of the energies amongst the challenges, okay? I am God, I am goddess, I am creation, I am their creator. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, Gemini. Beautiful energy. You're casting them out. You're ringing that bell, saying out with the old, in with the new. And lastly here, let's clarify the wreath. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. There's something that you're releasing in order to get to this feast. There's something that is coming full circle in order for you to feast. Let's see what this is. Spirit, please clarify the wreath and the feast. What do we have here for Gemini? Holy moly, look at that, Gem. You have the Tower. You're rebuilding your life. You are rebuilding from the ground up, in a sense. You're rebuilding with that ceremonial energy. She's bared it all. She's bared her soul. Everything is out there. She's put it all out there. The Tower showing up here is an unexpected change. It is shattering of an old paradigm. It's a major awakening that offers you freedom. Freedom to be who you want to be. Freedom to live the life you want to live. Freedom to embrace happiness and joy and abundance in all facets of life. But most importantly, spiritually, spiritual missions, right? Soul alignment. You're shifting the old paradigm into this new one with the judgment. You're rebuilding. This is deep. This is big. Oh my goodness. And what you're going to build is something stronger, something better, something more stable, something more authentic, something more honest, something that will go the distance. Gemini, powerful energy here. That is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And this song will not stop playing in my mind's eye. And fools rush in. I can't help falling in love with you. And fools rush in. I think is that Elvis? Fools rush in. You don't want to hear me singing. Don't worry, I'm not gonna, especially with a activated throat chakra in your reading here. But there is something with fools rushing in. Some of you, there's going to be love. This may be about love. Fools rush in. Fool's journey. Okay, I can't help but falling in love with you. Maybe you're falling in love with life, falling in love with yourself, falling in love with another person. But love is a centered energy with that song. And it started playing in my mind's eye before your reading. And I was going to wait here, but it's definitely prominent. So I had to share that. I think it's Fools Rush In, possibly by Elvis. You may want to look up the lyrics if that resonates. Thank you so very much, Gemini, for being here. Please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share, like. Thank you so much for all of your love and your support. Till next time.